Hi everybody. Hi all to my family and friends. So I'm just sharing this video because in case somebody else um, wants to buy some, and I just wanted to share what it is. I was thinking about just posting a picture, but I figured it wouldn't really do it justice without explaining. So under the guidance of a physician, I've been told to eat more um, whole foods, um, specifically whole grains. So, so we did speak about having bread. Just because at work it's easier for me to have a sandwich. I don't always am able to heat up a a hot meal. So anyway, regardless, I can talk about that another time. Anyway, so how this all came about, let me just like kind of backtrack. A lot of breads that you buy at the store, even though they say whole grain, 12 grain, flax, this and that, when you look at the ingredient label, it's full of like ingredients. Technically, it should just have the grain and the water, flour, the grain, water, and like yeast and salt, basically. But if you look at it, it has like a whole ton list of things. He did suggest, actually, let me go grab it. I did ask about Ezekiel bread. He said it's good, it's a good choice, but he also suggested this bread. It's, my camera's reversed, so I'll just read it. It's a plant-based protein bread. All the breads from Stone Mill. I got this at FreshGo. It's naturally fermented bread, and it has 11 whole grains. It has no added fat, no dairy, no soy, no artificial flavors, no preservatives. And it's slow crafted whole meal bread. You can see the ingredients here is quite long, but it's not preservatives, it's all the grains. Like this one has like a ton of grains. Even has, you know, like bacterial culture, I can read everything on this label, which is good. So he recommended this as a store brand. Me and Connie have actually been using that this bread, but I wanted to also make my own. So I went out and I bought, you know, like whole grain flour at the store. And I was so surprised to see on the label that it didn't just say, you know, like the grain, like einkorn, or like the ingredient. It should actually just be, if it's flour, it should just have the grain that it's made out of. So like einkorn or wheat or rye, whatever the grain that you're purchasing. And I was so surprised that it had a whole bunch of stuff on it. And I'm like, I was having this conversation with Connie. I'm like, it's supposed to be just flour. Why is there everything else in it? So regardless, I wanted to get real whole grain flour. So I didn't think it was possible in Ontario, but we actually have a mill, a Stone Mill in Fergus. So I actually ordered flour from them, and they have rye, they have einkorn, they have farro, they have quinoa flour, they have all the grains, hard wheat, hard red, hard white, soft white. They have all kinds of flour. So I wanted to make sourdough bread, which they also sell the starters. So I got this Giza starter, which is supposed to be an Italian starter. So I did get that. I tried to do my own starter in my house, but for some reason it wouldn't kind of like grow. So I thought I would start with a culture and I would do that. Anyway, so I did the website is I just saw this website on here. What's the website? I saw it. 1947.ca. Oh, sorry, 1847.ca. I think that's what it was. So it is the 1847 Stone Mill. This is stone ground organic flour from Canadian Organic Grains. This is run of the mill. This is the one that I got. They have a whole bunch, like I said. This is a whole wheat flour. So it's artisan flour. It's stone milled. It's unbleached. It's local organic grains. There's no chemical fortification. Like I said, in the store-bought flours, you'll see chemicals in it. There's natural occurring vitamins because, again, it's just the whole grain. The bag is compostable and recyclable. The mill is a solar-powered mill, so that's really good for the environment. And it's certified organic. So the website is www.1847.ca. If you want true flour from grain to stone ground, not electric ground, but actual stone ground, put into a bag and sent to you. So this company's in Fergus, like I said. So this is the two and a half kilo bag of the whole wheat. And then I wanted an equivalent of I guess an all-purpose flour, so you can make like pizza dough plus bread plus bake with it and that sort of thing. So I got the 10 kilo bag of flour. This is the 10 kilo bag. This is their daily grind. So this is a mix of red hard wheat and white hard wheat. So it's a 50-50 mix, and that makes their all-purpose flour. And what's really cool about it, when you get your bag of flour, I ordered this 2 days ago. When you get your flour, it actually tells you the date that it was milled. So my grains, so you purchase it. So my grains were milled on December 4th, and today is the 6th. So in 2 days, I got the grains. I got my grained thing. So my grain flour, you can actually buy the grains as a whole grain or stone mill. If you get the whole grain, you can consume it like that. You can cook the grains and eat them. Or if you have a high-powered blender like a Vitamix or a large coffee grinder, or even if you have a mill yourself, like a small household mill, you can grind them yourself. If you're going to use a Vitamix type blender, I suggest that you soak the grains first, let them sprout, so you have sprouted grains, let them dry off, like dry, and then put them in your Vitamix or blender. It'll be easier to grind. And then you have a sprouted grain flour too. So I am so happy that there is a mill that's close by that I can get grains grinded into, organic Canadian grains ground into fresh flour with just nothing in it. These are just grains grinded, stone ground into flour. Much healthier and better for you than the chemically fortified ones that we have in the store. Because go buy a bag of whole wheat flour, read the label, and see the list of stuff that's in it. I was just surprised. I don't know why I was surprised, but it just surprised me because I'm like, this should just be whole wheat flour. There should be nothing in it. But I was happy that I found this so I could get organic grained stone milled flour to my house, delivered by a mill, a stone mill. that's specially ground. You can't get any fresher than this. So just wanted to share in case somebody else wants to get a good flour. Again, they have all kinds, like I said, farro, einkorn, quinoa, whatever flour, whatever grain. They have lots of grains to choose from. And they have a lot of sourdough cultures to choose from. It is www.1847.ca. Bye, everybody.